Hey, what's up, y'all? Well, looks like I'm gonna be back doing this, I guess. All right, so from this moment forward, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and try to do a video every day now, sometime between 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock p.m. or I'm sorry, a.m. And I will try to do this every single day. So I'm gonna continue to do this. So here's the thing. Here's where we're at. Everything that they were accusing President Trump of, these radical Democrats and the socialist communists and all this, the left, okay, they know they've been caught red-handed. They know that they are just basically behaving like dictators. So Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to go back to Congress. She doesn't want to do her job. And she still wants to continue to collect taxpayer funds. And I guess she's doing these videos and talking with her little Hollywood friends about her $20,000 plus whatever fridge and her ice cream. And you know what? I could read the signs. She's indulging in the pain and the suffering of that she is inflicting on other people. That's what it is. She's indulging on it. She's getting off on it. This is like food to her, spiritual energy, food that she's getting out of this. So impeach the tyrants. Go right ahead and impeach them. Okay. So, and I call them tyrants for a specific reason, because you want to cancel culture the entire economy. You're not even attempting to try to take any balanced approach. You're not even attempting to allow businesses in and of themselves to operate and have the opportunity to follow the guidelines. They're not even allowed to follow the guidelines. Staying home and not working and sitting on your ass and waiting is not going to pay your bills. It's not going to keep the economy going. It's not going to keep the cash flowing. You know, think of the economy kind of like an engine, right? If you don't have any oil in your vehicle, the engine's going to ultimately break down and fall apart. Okay? And that's what it is. You know, you lose the flow, it all comes to a screeching halt, and it all comes crashing down, basically. So Nancy Pelosi doesn't want to do her job. She doesn't want to even attempt to work with Republicans or, you know, people who are in office right now. See, and that's the thing. Look, I got my opinions. Everybody's got their opinions. Everybody's doing their thing and all that. But see, look, I'm willing to at least try to talk to somebody or work with somebody. She's like, no, I will never work with you. I will never even attempt. In fact, on top of my refusal to work with you, now I'm going to retaliate against the American people. And this is what it's come to. So you get to live in your little gated community. You get to have your little security detail. You probably got some illegal aliens that are, you know, helping around your house, we'll say it nicely. And you really think people are just going to allow that to happen? Impeach Nancy Pelosi. Maxine Waters, you ran around trying to instigate people. You ran around trying to get Trump supporters, Republicans, conservatives, all that hurt. We got the footage. We got it. This is soft terrorism tactics, period. And I call it soft because, you know, if you really go in the military, you've been through war, stuff like that, you know, soft is not pulling out your gun and running around, shooting each other and stuff like that. Okay, that's just, you're directly combating terrorism. But these are soft terrorism tactics, period. This is how the devil operates. Period. So I'm done. All this, you're a dictator and all this, that. Okay, look, all these tactics are done to divide and conquer. Period, point blank. And I'm really hoping that people are going to pull their heads out of their asses. That would be really great right now. That'd be really, really smart, because if you don't do that, all the power is going to get transferred to the people that are engaging in these soft terrorism tactics. Governor, what's her name? Whitmer, or whatever her name is. Impeach her. Impeach her. People, if you are going to take it upon yourself to cancel out the entire economy without even trying to take steps to gradually bring it back, and then you're going to ban the opportunity for people to, I don't know, grow their own food, that's a soft terrorism tactic. And that's it. I'm just calling it what it is for right now, because this is what it's come to. It's real funny how y'all run around accusing everybody of exactly what you're doing, huh? Now you ain't got nowhere to hide. There is nowhere for you to hide anymore. There is no excuse that you can give anymore. When you brutalize the black community and you want to run your abortion meals, but you want to ban church services, and yes, everybody, all Americans fall under the umbrella. Don't get me wrong. But disproportionately, a lot of the problems that we've had in our society have applied to the black community. So all y'all people, I see I got one person looking or whatever, you wonder why I got a heart for the black community like that? Because you know what? I know what's going down. I've been on it. Why? Because I lived it. I lived it. I lived it. So I don't want to hear it. This is what it's come to. These tyrants have no right to infringe upon our constitutional rights. These tyrants have no right to deny we the people an opportunity to eat, such as banning seeds to the point, you can't even grow your own food. These tyrants don't have any right to promote mass illegal immigration in a eugenics program to kill us. These tyrants have no right weaponizing the culture against the black community. Yeah, I'm going there again. And get us running around killing each other left and right. And then look down from their ivory towers laughing their asses off at us. Black community, you want to come on top? Every community. Recognize the culture that's been weaponized against you. Those who are intelligent, those who are builders, those who know how to hustle and get money, those who know how to run the streets, they know how to hustle. Right now is an excellent time to work together. Right now. Then you turn around, you work hard, you wake up, and you say, oh crap. Now we got our money. Now we have power, real tangibles. I'll talk about tangibles. You got your tangibles. Illegal immigration is anti-American. And I'm not really for the mass migration and all that stuff. But damn it, at least they have documentation. At least. So impeach Governor Whitmer, impeach Nancy Pelosi, impeach Maxine Waters, impeach these other people who have betrayed the American people. Because guess what? It's already over. It's over. The Obama administration has already been caught abusing the FISA system. James Comey already been caught. John Brennan already been caught. And the fact of the matter is that the deep state is in full-blown retaliation mode. That's the fact. Imagine that you're working a job and you're being discriminated upon. And your boss, like what's her name? Tara Reid? I think Tara Reid has basically accused Joe Biden of sexual assault. So Brett Kavanaugh deserves to get his entire life destroyed, his reputation ruined, and ultimately his family hurt over false allegations that cannot be corroborated to the point where the figurative plaintiff is unable to get her friends to confirm her allegations. Why? Because, oh no, how dare he try to be part of the Supreme Court? How dare he? That gets to happen, but then when Tara Reid comes out against Joe, creepy, weird Joe Biden. I'm sorry, man, but that, I mean, y'all could search Joe Biden and look up all his videos. I mean, that dude is just touching everybody, sniffing everybody, hugging everybody, little girls, and I don't know what the hell. I mean, that looked like a man who's clearly become comfortable with getting away with murder, and not literally, but figuratively, you know, a man who's gotten extremely comfortable with getting away with murder. He don't even care if cameras are on him. Because he's like, what are you going to do? Nothing. Tara Reid, oh, what are you going to do? Nothing. Where's the mainstream media? So imagine that you're working your job, you're being discriminated against, and then, well, in good faith, you try to take certain steps, certain actions to address the problem. Now you're fired. Now you're cancel cultured. Surprise, that's how it works. Y'all ain't been paying attention this whole time? Since the Trump presidency? Satan will use all 7 deadly sins against you. And you may think, oh, okay, I got my money and I got my power now. No, you're next. You're no longer useful. The split moment, you're not useful. Or the satanic mafia believes that, oh, you know what? I just don't like you anymore. You know, I just have this feeling I don't like you. Boom, it's over. Sports industry, look at it. Sports industry's going through it too. And they might say, hey, you know, oh, we're the elite. We're getting millions of dollars and blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, yeah, you know, everything's been shut down. I don't think you're making a lot of money right now. Well, I did everything right. And yeah, I guess, you know. What is the price you willing to pay? You really want to sell your soul just to be disposed of later like trash? You want to be a part of this death cult crap? So it's really become time for people to start speaking up, people start stepping up, and people start to say, you know what, that's it. I'm done. Enough. No more. This is America. This is not hell. We're not going to allow you to turn it into hell. We are not going to allow you to kill people when all the studies have already shown, they got psychological studies or whatever, you're throwing people into poverty with this cancel culture. Studies already show more crimes are committed in, poverty-stricken areas. You're promoting illegal immigration. Giving jobs to the illegal aliens, even if you're paying them lower wages, using it like it's the Underground Railroad or something like that. And God's sword cuts both ways. His double-edged sword cuts both ways. For every illegal alien that gets a job, that screws a potential American from getting a job. I guarantee you right now, especially with vulnerable families, that there are people willing to do hard work. I guarantee you, they're willing to do hard work to make sure they continue to put food on their tables for their families, for their kids. So when I say satanic, it's very simple. Satanic is antithetical to American. Satanic is promoting pedophilia. There are transgenders that have already come out, and I very much appreciate it, by the way, that have already come out and said, look, we're not going to pretend to be like, we're little angels and all that, like we're grown people and we do what we want, but the transgender community and all that, that's adult entertainment. They're already saying it. And they're also saying, how dare you try to force this onto the kids and promote pedophilia? We ain't part of that group. And they ain't trying to be part of that group. Pedophilia is satanic. Satan loves destroying innocence. Satan loves hurting kids. Pedophilia, sex matching, all that. The destruction of innocence. That's what it is. But they keep on pushing and keep on pushing and keep on pushing, and people need to wake up and push back. Because you know what? We're out of time. When Nancy Pelosi said, and this is me paraphrasing, when Nancy Pelosi said something to the likening that Trump is not going to win 2020 by any means necessary, no matter what, she meant it. She meant it. And that has to be understood. America is not collateral damage. America is not the problem that needs to be solved. America is not the problem that needs to be solved. And the solution does not mean destroy America. No matter how much you try to manipulate the English language, no matter how much you try to put in your little fancy words or whatever, there is no justification for it. It's very simple. It's very, very simple. So pay attention to the people who are trying to infringe upon your Second Amendment right. Pay attention to the people who are telling you you cannot grow your food, even though the economy has been fully canceled, even though we followed the Chinese model, or the China, I'm sorry, not Chinese, China. Okay. But, oh no, you can't grow your own food and we demand that you starve to death. We demand that you go into these food bank lines. Hell, even the people who used to volunteer for the food bank, now they're going into the food bank lines. This is a system of destruction. And at its very core, it is satanic. And I guess, hey, here I am. I'm going to make these little videos, and I guess I'm going to speak out because you know what? You have to. You have to. If you don't say anything about it, then people are going to say, oh, look, I got the green light to just go ahead and do whatever I want. I got the green light to crush as many innocent people, innocent children, innocent families, regardless of race, because they didn't say nothing about it. They never spoke up. Fear tactics. Fight back against the fear. You give them fear, it opens the gateway to the opportunity that they seek. And dealing with these certain people, if you're going to make it extremely simple to understand, you want to try to explain it to somebody who doesn't know what's going on or whatever, yeah, get your documentation, get your videos, and get all that. But when it's all said and done, they think they're gods. They say, there is no God except for me. I am God. And nobody can stop me. And people, they sit around, they wonder why. Why do I bring up God? And, why am I so gung-ho about, Christian faith or really just God in general? It's right there in the Constitution. Look. The Pledge of Allegiance. What is it? And to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Look up the 7 deadly sins. They didn't call them deadly for no reason. And yes, it will be weaponized against you. And you might win for the short term. You might win for a little bit, but I'm telling you, for the long term, it's no good. So, impeach Nancy Pelosi. Impeach Maxine Waters, Governor Whitmore, and anybody else who wants to violate and destroy our Constitution, violate and destroy our country, violate and destroy our children, violate and destroy entire families. Because it is the family unit that is supposed to be taken into consideration. Why do I say that? I'll explain it. In terms of illegal immigration and all this, the people who are promoting all this illegal immigration, they are taking the illegal aliens' families into consideration. So they might get the job. They'll grow their families because they can finance it. But then the American people have to suffer under this death cult, brainwashing, psychotic BS. So if the illegal aliens are allowed to have their families taken into consideration, chain migration. You can bring your uncle, you can bring your grandma, you can bring, oh, if you have the anchor baby. Oh, you have an anchor baby, now you can stay and all that. Their families are taken into consideration. Oh, you're a xenophobe, racism, and then shut up. Illegal immigration. Illegal doesn't equal race. Illegal equals illegal. Illegal means against the law. Okay, so hello, Congress. Y'all made these laws. Now we can't enforce them. But the American people deserve to have their constitutional rights infringed upon. You can't enforce the law against illegal immigration, but you get to destroy the law against American people. Y'all need to wake up, man, because I'm telling you, y'all continue to go ahead and keep on being blinded. Y'all can go ahead, try to manipulate and all, whatever. You have fun dancing with the devil, you'll lose. It's really interesting to watch people wake up so late. All different races, from the working class to the elite. When they finally turn around, they say, oh, hell, the gun is pointed at me. Yeah, the gun is pointed at you. Figuratively, because that's how it works. It's a system. Divide and conquer. This is how the devil works. So all y'all people, y'all be tripping on me and y'all say, oh, what's up with him and his Bible? You have any idea how much that Holy Bible done taught me? You have any idea how much that Holy Bible has helped people who might not have a welcoming society? People who might not have families? Or maybe a dysfunctional family, like maybe they didn't have a good upbringing, and it's all different walks of life. Okay, a lot of the answers that I found that I was looking for answers to the questions I had in life. I found them in the Bible. Just like in the same breath, I've witnessed many of people purposely twist the scriptures for their benefit, like a cult. So no. And since I'm on the topic of cults, y'all keep talking about the cult this, the cult that, the Trump cult. Nah, hell no. The cult shit is what y'all done did to the black community. When good equals bad and bad equals good, that's some cult type stuff. When you say, oh, for example, a black girl or a black woman, she's strong and independent and she's educated, but then if a man does that, he's an educated lame. That's cult. When you run around, you got all this black on black crime happening. Nobody's trying to solve it, and the mainstream media is not reporting on it or even trying to solve it. It's really funny to see the mainstream media treat President Trump like a nigger. Like a nigger. Boy, I bet you he ain't seen that coming. But yes, Donald Trump, it's like that. It been like that for a long time. It been like that. Okay. So Donald Trump is the problem. These so-called mainstream media, and obviously it's not everybody. Some people are misguided. blinded by the light, so to speak. Other people are 100% on board with the agenda, so to speak. And they are 100% conscious of what they're doing. I get it. And Satan is very good at deceiving, hijacking people's will, and having his little, turning them into his little foot soldiers. And they won't even know it. So I can understand. I can understand, how this affects the society as a whole. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, there are some people that are 100% all in and they're fully conscious, hello, of what they're doing. And people need to grow some nuts and they say, you know what? No, man, I'm going to speak out against this. I'm going to fight back against this. We're going to work together. And a lot of people are wondering right now, oh my God, we're still losing and they're still getting more power in our constitutional rights. So stop indirectly virtue signaling and all this crap. It's not working, y'all idiots. Y'all are idiots, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Literally, pick up the phone, call each other. Literally, shoot somebody a DM, shoot somebody a message, say, okay, hey, we might not agree on a lot of stuff, but right now, man, hey, let's work on this. Let's see if we can solve this. Let's fix this real quick. And why do I say that? I say that because there's a reason why people are leaving the Democrat Party left and right. Yeah, I just watched this interview with not too long ago with Ronald McDaniel with Lou Dobbs, and she was calling out Nancy Pelosi for what she was doing, and she said, you know what, and I'm glad she said it. Nancy Pelosi is failing the American people, and she is disgusted. Politics is politics. I think we should get rid of all these super special interest lobbyist groups, foreign influence and all that, and maybe we can track the money and follow the money, audit the money, and follow it right down to the penny. You get more answers, right? But this is what it is. This is what's going on. So when it's all said and done, people are going to do what they're going to do. And people really don't understand how much wealth and prosperity, power, influence, and even peace is available to them. Why? Because they have no discernment. They can't even discern between, okay, wait, who is for me and who is against me? Or they can't even discern who is for America and who is against America. So ask yourself certain questions. And allow me to redefine this in such a way that might help you understand a little bit better. Gavin Newsom, why are you giving $500 to illegal aliens while American families are suffering? While the entire economy is shut down. There are some people that say, oh, okay, well, they contribute taxes and this and that. Okay, well, no. Mm-mm. You think I ain't seen these people standing on the block? I live in Houston, bro. I live in Houston. Come on, you crazy. I could whip out my camera and show you folks standing on the corner trying to get a job, a little gig, and they ain't paying no taxes. Aren't there already studies out there that say, ultimately illegal aliens are paying less taxes than they are consuming up the resources that are really meant for Americans and veterans and families and the vulnerable, and it's already out there. The studies already been done. And if I have to, fine, I'll do that. I will literally go out here and I'll say, okay, the illegal aliens are here. Legal aliens are here. They're here, 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 here. Because always remember, and people wonder why I talk about illegal aliens. You don't get to criticize me. When you go out of your way to hire them, you go out of your way to create this underground railroad type system for them, and you go out of your way to create opportunities to where, just beneath the surface, they're running around hiring each other left and right. Oh yeah, I've been discriminating against illegal aliens. You damn right. Why does everybody have such a big ass problem with a man of color, majority black, but I'm very much mixed. I'm a mutt, okay? Who has a good work ethic, decent morals, and who's intelligent? Why are they going out having these psychotic tantrums? Because they've been brainwashed and manipulated by the media into believing the black man is bad no matter what. So even if you do everything right, they hate you. If you do everything wrong, now it's an excuse. See, I told you he wasn't no good. I told you that nigga wasn't shit. I told you, he's a terrorist, he killed us all, he's killing us. It's a lose-lose scenario that's been crafted, manufactured into society, but people gonna pretend like, oh, okay, no, I don't see nothing. What is it? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, right? So yeah, go ahead, do what you're gonna do, and you know what? I think it's time for people to go ahead and really understand what they're up against. There's a reason why I was trying to hold Bible studies with some people. There's a reason why I try to reach out to some people. You may not like me, and I may not like you. But are you willing to die and lose your country? It's going to be gradual. It's not going to be a light switch, but it will happen. And while you're at it, why don't you go ahead and check out my little Twitter, Light and Fire at 33, or what is it, at Light and Fire 33 or whatever. You know, I looked on Alveda King's little YouTube channel, and I guess it came from some nonprofit group or something, but they put up a video basically showing the destruction of the black community, because this is what it is. The truth has risen to the surface. But guess what? Just because the truth has risen to the surface, it was true still when it was beneath the surface. It was true still when nobody was awake. It was true still when people were purposely trying to look away. Oh no, I don't want to hear it. No, no, it's negativity. Negativity. No, just I can't deal with it. I can't handle the truth. I need positivity. You won't accept the truth because you define the truth as something negative. It's language manipulation. That's all it is. That's why PC culture was crafted to violate your First Amendment right. And ultimately, with the end goal of having mind control. Full blown mind control. We had to fight back against PC culture because people were getting cancel cultured left and right because they said one word or whatever. These are the actions and the behaviors of tyrants. The First Amendment right, just like all of our other constitutional rights, should not be infringed upon. It shouldn't. People should have the freedom to practice their constitutional rights without fear of retaliation. People should have freedom. And y'all know I already done stood up for a lot of y'all different groups. A lot of y'all. A lot of y'all. I disagree with women going through, sexual harassment, sexual assault, whatever. I mean, just as much as I might disagree with women running around using sex as a weapon against men. I disagree with men running around killing each other, betraying each other left and right. In an example like with the black community. Because everybody was having all these mental orgasms, and I'm talking to you, mainstream media, racist ass Hollywood. You're the racist. Y'all the white supremacists. Because y'all run around having all these mental orgasms. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. Let these niggers kill each other. Let them kill each other. But you ain't trying to solve it. You're trying to make it worse and worse and worse and worse. I stand up for capitalism. Communism is obviously a death meal, just like a lot of these abortion clinics. Look at history. But yes, in the same breath, I can understand that capitalism, you know, you don't work, you don't eat, but also, yes, people plot and scheme and lie and deceive and con their way into prosperity too. This is how free will works. At least with capitalism, you have free will. With communism, government is God. Your free will is gone 100%. Man is not God. God is God. And I really hope some people wake up, and I guess I'm speaking to the elites, and I hope y'all understand you don't want to be part of creating this monster. Y'all don't want to do it. I stood up for the black community. I even stood up for immigrants. Now, y'all know damn well a lot of these kids and a lot of these women and even men are getting raped, molested, taken advantage of, and hurt making these trips to come to America. But these are the same people who get off on human trafficking and say, oh no, the kids in cages. What, you think kids ain't being put in cages right here in America by all these pedophiles? What do you think happens to a lot of these women and these kids when they get into America? And they can't communicate? They don't know how to navigate? What to do? Predators swoop in and swipe them up. The pedophiles swoop in and swipe them up. Would you rather have the kids thrown in, let's say, CBP jail because they found out that kid didn't come with their parent, that it was a pedophile coyote that raped them, so that, I don't know, they could at least temporarily be safe? Or would you just rather just have them roaming the streets, getting swooped up by pedophiles and thrown into, I don't know, their cages? Or put in very terrible situations where they get taken advantage of. And I'll just leave it at that. So, I mean, this is it. This is what's going on. Impeach the tyrants. I don't worship money. I don't worship sex. I don't kiss the ring. I worship God. I'm very tolerable. Willing to work with others. But fair warning, I'm willing to walk away. People who have dealt with adversity their whole lives become very good survivalists. They don't panic when guns are being shot off around them. They don't panic. They don't panic when a virus comes and ravages a population. They're forced into so many situations where they either adapt or they die. I'm happy to say, me, I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert. I even go as far as say I'm somewhat of a hermit. Not because I don't love people. I very much love people. But because you get tired of it. You get tired of it. You're like, okay, well, you know what? What's the point if people are going to spend all of their time, all of their energy to position and leverage themselves against you no matter what, even if people die? Like what's happening right now. Right now. The economy is cancel cultured. What are you going to do? So enough of that doom and gloom and all that. Here's the good news. Yes, we should get the economy going, but we should be extremely, highly vigilant and aware of how the numbers can be padded and manipulated. I was looking at some information, I guess something like with New York or whatever. They were claiming, oh no, over 10,000 people had died from the coronavirus, but guess what? They're creating incentives to where I guess people get paid more when they're dealing with the coronavirus. You're creating an incentive to have people deliberately do a bad thing and profit off of it. But how dare I talk about my Holy Bible and morals, for that matter? When you create incentives for people to go out of their way and lie and manipulate and deceive and hurt other people, people ultimately got to make a choice. Am I going to choose this money or am I going to do right? Am I going to profit in the short term and suffer in the long term? Or am I going to just work a little bit harder in the short term or a lot harder in the short term and profit like a mug in the long term? This is something to think about. All you little stock market folks, where you going to go? The whole global economy is crashing. It's not like it's only America. So when the whole global economy comes crashing down, what do you think is going to happen? But you feign indignation. Well, a lot of y'all know, hey, maybe indirectly or even directly, y'all might have been part of the problem from the jump. To solve the problem, you open the economy. You don't follow the China model. I don't think. Yes, people, you give guidelines and you tell them, what the truth. People need to know the truth. They have to put on gloves. If they have to put on masks, give them the guidelines. But don't act like a tyrant and say, you did not put on the gloves, therefore you go to jail. Because we already have enough actors who are going out of their way and radicalizing everything they ever possibly can. They will radicalize everything with one intention: destruction. So, you want to open up the economy in phases? Sure. But y'all got to keep something in mind. You refuse to acknowledge this fact. The virus as a whole had a 2-month jumpstart. With a 2-month jumpstart, I'm not no super specialist, epidemiologist, or whatever, infectious disease, but with a 2-month jump start, you really gonna sit there and you gonna pretend like it ain't spread damn near everywhere? You gonna pretend like that, right? 2 freaking months, just about. And then we have some people that came out, like Nancy Pelosi and I guess the health commissioner in New York or whatever, with full knowledge. And I guarantee you, they get inside information and all that stuff. They know about stuff before we, the people, the public, the working class, whatever, knows about stuff. Do you think they don't know? Of course they knew. That's why they were trying to get people to go to, like with Nancy Pelosi, oh, everything's fine. Don't be scared. Come out, everybody, in big crowds. They were intentionally trying to spread the coronavirus as much as they could to inflict maximum pain against all who oppose them. Soft terrorism is what it is. And it's really simple if you want to conduct a smell test. Okay, let's see. They want to take away my First Amendment right, but they can run around and basically call us the Antichrist because we love America and we love our families. We're the Antichrist. They want to take away our First Amendment rights and they can say all this crazy stuff. But the split moment we say one wrong word because of PC culture or somebody's offended, now our entire livelihood, our careers, and ultimately our families are getting destroyed. They want to take away our Second Amendment right and release prisoners. Well, we don't want to spread the virus and all that. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. But when people break the law and commit crimes, and then you let them out, you're going to pretend like they're not going to do it again? Look at the positives and the negative reinforcements that certain people in our society are pushing onto society. Because that's where you're going to find a lot of the answers. Okay, you're rewarding bad behavior, you're punishing good behavior. If you have a dog, and let's say the dog pees on your carpet, and you reward that dog, you give him a Scooby snack, whatever. You think that dog's going to stop peeing on your carpet? No. If you have a dog and then the dog pees on your carpet and then you punish the dog, you think that dog's going to eventually figure it out, start scratching that front door, that back door, and basically saying, hey, I need a walk? Yeah. There it is. And since I'm talking about animals, let's talk about insects. Cockroaches are pests. They have their purpose. But cockroaches are cannibals. One cockroach sees another dead cockroach, they'll probably eat it. It's gross, but hey. But then look at the spider. A spider eats bugs. Therefore, the spider can eat the cockroach. Just like the same way that the lion eats the lamb. Think about that. And with all that, I guess I'm just going to end this stream. Life goes on. There is nothing wrong with nonviolent protests. There is nothing wrong with having a hunger, a desire for justice. There is nothing wrong with people wanting to work to eat. There is nothing wrong with people wanting to grow their own food so they don't want to starve to death or depend on big government and nonprofits and all that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with practicing your First Amendment right, like the mainstream media the whole time, orange man bad, orange man is the antichrist. And then in the same breath, oh, the First Amendment right, the First Amendment right, the First Amendment right. Jussie Smollett. Well, I was, I'm a victim. The white people trying to kill me. If you support Donald Trump, you a coon, you a race traitor. What, African slave trade? We're going to forget about that? Iran enslaving the black people, we're going to forget about that? All the victims of radical Islamic terrorists, we're going to forget about that? Marxist regimes in Africa right now, we're going to forget about that? We're going to forget about that. No, we ain't going to forget about that. So, that's it for this stream. I've gone on for about an hour. And I'll go ahead and I'll make a stream, I guess, every day between 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. But just remember, the very people who brutalize the black community, the very people who promote this mass illegal immigration, the very people who look out for the families, supposedly, for the illegal immigrants, and hijack the taxpayer funds to give them our money. These are our taxes that we pay. They can take the illegal alien families into account. Why are they so anti-family against Americans? Feels like a death cult, don't it? God bless you. Have a good one. See you.